Okay. Good afternoon again, everyone. My name is Marquita Patterson. I am part of the Awesome Do It team here. Um, James Lewis may join us later. We have the awesome Dr. Richard Gay here with us this afternoon, who is the interim dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, who is an avid user of the Microsoft Sway that we have here on campus. That is part of our suite of tools that is in the Office 365 that is available to the staff and also the students. But a lot of the departments use Sway. Um, One of the departments that we first introduced it to was the social work department. The social work department had their students using it as part of their presentation tool, where they had to use it to give kind of like an overview of what they learned throughout the semester, just kind of like that end of the semester tool that they would use to give their presentation. And Dr. Gay kind of came up, and we had some interns that was here with us at the time. And how did you guys use it? They would go around and interview some of our staff, some of the faculty, some of the staff, and they put together this really cool tool. And then also the history department used it as well as a newsletter, I think. And so I will pass it over to Dr. Gay to let him give kind of more of his feedback on Sway. And then I will come back and show you how to log in to get to Sway. And then let Dr. Gay take over to show you how he uses Sway in his department. Dr. Gay?
Okay, that sounds good, Marquita. Thank you for getting this together here and organizing us today. About 4 or 5 years ago, Arts and Science was looking for a way to highlight faculty scholarship in a way that would be accessible to the general public, and we found that the Sway tool was a way for us to be able to lay out a nice looking presentation that was somewhat interactive, and I can go through and show you different ways that we have presented that. Marquita, I'm not sure about the layout, so I'll just go ahead and start showing him some things. I do have available for you um, a the newsletter. I'll be able to show you the newsletter from history, and the music department has also used it as a newsletter. So if you like, I can go ahead and start showing that stuff.
Yeah,
Let
awesome.
me let me share my screen with you, and I think I want to share Google Chrome here. Let me click on share. Can you guys see my screen now? Hopefully you can see.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, hopefully you can see I'm on the College of Arts and Sciences webpage. We'll be coming back to that, so I can find my mouse here. But first I want to show you what you can do with it. This is an example of a newsletter that the history department put together. You can see they made a word cloud, and there's this setup so that as you scroll through the page, it moves horizontally like a web page, right? And as you can see, they've plugged in content and made a really lovely display. They put in a table of contents as we've done in our publication in Arts and Sciences. They added lots of graphics to make it very dynamic. And then they, as you saw as I rolled by there, that image sort of expanded, which adds a layer of sort of interest to the page. And so they've used it for a very nice newsletter about the department there. You can also see more tidings. They did a similar thing, only theirs scrolls horizontally instead of vertically. And if you look at the right-hand side down here, there are navigation tools that help you navigate these presentations. And I'm just going to use the advanced key here so you can see how some of these navigate. I'll show you additional navigation things when I show you our presentation over here in Arts and Sciences. So if we go back to the Arts and Sciences webpage, if you click over here on Bravery, this is the digital journal that we put together in the College of Arts and Sciences. So if you go there, we've produced 4 issues. We do an issue each year. Can you guys hear me over the mower that just came to my window? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. The mower just went by my window, and I didn't know if you could hear that or not. So on our website we have four issues of our short form scholarship journal, which is Bravery. And I thought I would just take a few minutes and walk you through a couple of these. Each year the program has gotten better and better, and I've picked out a couple of things to sort of highlight so you can see what we are able to do with this. Let's start with this one. This is one of our earlier editions. You can see it's a volume 2, and we actually had an international standard serial number created for our journal through the Library of Congress. So it is registered with the Library of Congress, and there's the tracking number for that. And as you can see, the way we have it set up is a bit dynamic. Hopefully you're able to see the images expand into that space. We've set it up to do that, which is very easy to do. You're able to do branding. You can see we have our arts and sciences logo up there. That's just, you just add that into a very simple way to make that display. And this one is set up so as we go, it will display horizontally. And one of the nice things about it as well is you can set up links. And so in our table of contents that we made for our journal, if we click on these areas, like if I were to click on psychology there, it would take you to the web page for the psychology department. So you're able to put hyperlinks to other areas as well. Here we have a word from our former Dean, Jeff Frederick. And we also use the journal as sometimes as a fundraiser opportunity. We send it out to people who are interested in what we're doing. And if you click on these links, that will actually these embedded links, it'll take you to the page in advancement where you can make a donation to the college. So you can add those nice elements into the work. It'll also take you to our podcast, which is 30 Brave Minutes. So if I were to click that link, it would take us right out to copies of our podcast. You can see in this layout, we have various highlights from things that the college had done over the course of the year. If you click on these, they will enlarge, and then you can skip through them like that as well, which is a nice feature. They also have captions down below. I think I clicked too hard. They have captions down below, and you just type those in very, very easily into the system. There's also a way to navigate this. If you don't want to go through the entire journal, you can jump ahead into other parts of it. And see this little hamburger? I think that's called a hamburger menu down here at the bottom. If I click on that, you see all the different articles that we have laid out in this journal. And you can jump ahead by clicking on any of these, and you'll be able to see what has been done. Also wanted to show you one of our more recent ones. This is the last one that we produced, and this one is set up quite similar to the last one, but it displays both horizontally and vertically. And these are all programmed into the templates, and you can tell it if you want it to scroll vertically or horizontally. And the really nice thing about it is once you load your content, it will resize it. So if I were to resize my window, it changes the size of the font and of the images. And if you were to look at this on your iPad, it would display slightly differently. It adjusts to the screen that is being displayed on, which is really nice. But when you lay it out, you have to pay a little bit of attention to that because, for example, in some of these images of faculty that come up, like this one, in some instances, this tag might go over his face. So there's ways to make the program focus on specific elements within the work, and I can briefly show you how to do that. It's very easy to do that. But you do kind of have to pay attention to what words you might have appearing over top of some of your imagery if you want a really nice looking layout. And as you can see, we can hop through. We have, I particularly like this one because we're able to contrast what Pembroke State University looked like around 1953 with an aerial view of approximately the same space last year. So we're able to set up interesting comparisons like that. And as you can see, the pictures can stay put and then the text can scroll. And all of this you set up with how you manipulate the little cards behind the scenes. And basically you just have to get in there and play around with the layout to make it work for you. They're templates that basically you don't have to do much of manipulation at all. But if you want to control very specifically how certain things fall, there's some tricks you just have to experiment with and learn how to do it. It has to do with how you group the objects within the template that you use. If you group them, then they will display all on one page like this. If I didn't group them like this, then they would appear at random depending on the size and parameters of it. In the journal, we're highlighting faculty research, and I have an example here of an article by Dr. Amber Rock. And I wanted to show you briefly the project that Marquita had mentioned earlier, where interns who work with James Lewis produced videos for us. We've included these in each one of the different versions of issues of the journal, but we've laid them out slightly differently, just to add interest. Sometimes they're small and group with other images, and in this last issue we made them full screen. And one of the things I've noticed is we can't pick what the icon image is going to be, so we're not able to adjust it to make the facial expression be a nice happy smile. Somehow it picks up an image from somewhere within the file. And I've never learned how to control that. So if you ever figure out how to do that, please let me know. And hopefully I'm back here. You can see down below her name appears. You can adjust that, of course, to say whatever you want. And then there's a play button. So I'm going to just briefly hit play here so you can see.
I'm an aquatic ecologist, and that means that I study freshwater lakes, rivers, ponds, and other small bodies.
But that gives you an idea of what the videos can do in here. I'm not gonna get you to watch the whole thing, but I wanted you to see what that option was like within the software. Also wanted to show you another option. Can you guys still hear me? My screen, one of my screens went black. Can you still hear me okay?
Yes.
You see me okay? Okay, this is one of the first examples we did in the journal. And you can insert a video like I showed you in the previous example, but you can also insert audio. And in this example, this was an example of poetry that Hannah Baggett had written. And in this case, you can see it has to do with how I laid it out in the template, but across we have this nice header, the name of her piece. This is the video. We can hit play here and you can see it's in this small window in this case. And then we have the words of her poem. And if I click here, it will actually play her
Hurricane intersections. 1. Create a new language.
So you get the idea of how you can add sound and or video to your objects as well if you want to add those types of dynamic elements to the piece. Another thing that we did, just playing with layout, sometimes faculty would have interesting projects that they've worked on. And one of the ones that I found particularly interesting was this one on pollinators and conservation. And I wanted to quickly just scan through this because I wanted to see how we managed to lay out an activity that they were doing. Dr. Campbell and Hagovic, they did a study questioning people about their ability to identify certain types of pollinators. And in a minute here, I'm just going to scroll through this article they wrote for us. There's going to be a screen come up and it'll show you, yeah, here we go. This is an example of one of the projects they had. So it makes the layout a bit more interactive. We have all of these images of different insects here. And the idea was the person was presented with this something similar to this, and they had to identify which ones were bees and which ones were not. So if you're working with young kids, or even some adults have difficulty picking out which ones are bees and which ones are not. And it turns out there's actually a fly that looks like a bee, which stumped me because when I was laying this out, I had a big picture at the beginning of the article and I was so proud, it looked so nice. And they were like, that looks like a bee, but it's actually a fly. Can you change it? So the things you learn. But if in this case, if I click on these words here down below, if I click on that, it goes up and you can see it's a squash bee. So it will actually, makes it a little bit more interactive as well. And all of this I was able to set up by manipulating how images stack and how the the captions were able to display there. So I wanted you to see what that looked like. And then another option, and each year, like I said, each year the options get a little bit more dynamic and more exciting. Last year, we were able to do a project with Dr. Rouse. He was talking about different types of GIS and also different types of ways to manipulate images over or take images over time to see changes in a particular location. And this is a garden here, and it has a slide. He just happened to have an image taken at the same place at different times of the year. Here it is earlier in the year. You see the plants are small and the grass isn't quite green. And then here it is later in the season where you can see the plants have matured and the grass is greened up a bit. And we were able to set it up so that you had this fun little slide comparison thing that runs across there. And all of that is done by manipulating templates. And Marquita, do you want to talk about the templates, or shall I just keep going here with this?
Well, Dr. Gay, you're having so much fun, but
Are you sure?
and you're rocking out right now. But but no, I
Maybe.
mean, I can take it away for you.
All
Uh,
right, if you like, it doesn't matter. I don't know if you want to take them out and log them in from the beginning, but
I can definitely do that for you.
okay,
So,
I'll share. Do I have to close out here? Stop share.
yes, sir. Stop sharing for me.
All righty, take it away, Marquita.
Okay. So for those who have not logged in to Sway, I'm going to take you back to the beginning. Has everyone, well, everyone knows how to get into their 365, right?
Yes.
So let me come over here. Let me share my screen. So we're going to go. I like to start at the beginning, you guys. So we're going to go to our 365. Once you go over to your home page and to your quick links and you go to down to your Office 365, my 365 comes up as such, and I go over here to my Sway over on the left hand side of my screen. Now, when my Sway comes up as such, I can either start from a blank Sway, or you have an option where you can start from a document. When you start from a document, students have I mentioned in the beginning where um, the social work department will have their students to take like maybe papers or whatever they have done, and they can present on whatever they have done throughout the semester. So you can upload a document here, and then you also have other templates that you can choose from here. So I'm just going to start from a blank template. So you can type in anything here. And I like tennis. I'm an active person. So let's do tennis. And then so let's just say I want to bring in a picture here. So let's see if it searches for me.
There they
So,
are.
oh, look. So I have tons of pictures over here. Let's see if I have a picture of Rafa. I don't see one. Let's just, so I can drag in a picture here. And this first card here, we like to call our first card here. We like to call these cards. You can add another card. We can add another heading. We can put in a text card here, and we can write something like tennis is my favorite sport. Uh-oh. And we can keep adding things. And where Dr. Gay was showing the different cards where his the things were emphasized or whatnot.
Yeah.
So let's see here. The tennis. Let's emphasize tennis. I am speaking this into existence, you guys. Okay. And we can add another card here. And let's say I want this one to be, I want to put another picture here. So let's just say I want to put in this one because this is going to be my forehand. All right. So this is what it looks like so far. And I'm just doing a speed, kind of like a little speed design right now. And so then you have over here, you see where I have styles. So I can set up my background. I like pink. I'm a girl. So we can go with pink. Um, and our little button up here that says remix. So let's just say I need something extra on here. I needed to do something extra. So I can keep hitting remix and it'll keep changing how it looks. Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah, that was nice. Okay, so you see how you just said that was nice, but I hit the remix button. But oh, I want to go back. So it'll take me back. Okay, so I want to see how that looks. So now it's going to play it for me. So I can go up here to that's my edit button, of course. So here's my share button. I want to share it with my teammates or with my boss. James needs to see what I'm doing, or someone else needs to see what I'm doing. So here's a link where I can share it. I need to put it on the for the history. I'm just saying history because we were talking about history, or someone else needs to see it. So here's a link that I can use to put it. Here's the embedded link that I can copy and paste. And also if I need to whenever this gets ready to play, it'll do what we call a loop. I can make it to where again where it'll play and it'll do like James help me out. It'll do I didn't set it up to where it do like the little mechanical thing like Dr. Gaze was doing.
Yeah, talking about the autoplay feature.
Yes, that's it. I didn't set
So you
that
have
up,
an
but
option to set it up as autoplay or let it be manual. Excuse me, not autoplay. They call it self-playing. So you can set it up for that as well, or export it as a PDF.
right. So that's what this loop continuously is. So I didn't have that set up for this little demo right here, but that's what this button is. And then the layout is here.
That's how you make it scroll horizontally or vertically or a combination of the two. Those I showed you examples of each one of those in the different issues that I was showing you there.
And then oh, go ahead. Someone was
It's
about to say
Marquita,
something.
Marquita, you saw also everyone saw a little spot there where you could let everybody edit it. So when you share that link with people, if you want to work collaboratively on it, you can click
Oh,
allow
the
allow everybody to go in and edit it. So if you're working on a group project and different people have text, they can each person can upload their own portion of the text into the piece.
As you and your colleagues were working on it, you know, everyone could add their own piece to it. All right. And then you can save it as a template where you can go back and add to it. And that about does it for the sway introduction. Does anyone have any questions thus far? Let me stop sharing.
I was trying to follow you as you went along, but I think you got ahead of me. So,
Uh-oh.
will you be sending instructions of some sort, or just I got as far as put my picture in, and I didn't know how you got that other section, so I just stopped.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm sorry. Well,
That's okay.
Yeah, you just need to hit that plus button at the bottom when you're in the page, when you can see the little card, and then
Uh-huh.
there's a little plus button at the bottom. If you click on that, you can add more content that way. If that's what you're asking,
That was what it was.
there's a little brown
yeah,
plus
there's
button
a.
in the middle.
I'm sorry, Miss Gloria.
That's
You should
okay.
you
I
should have
can
said
play around with it.
pause, Marquita.
Well,
So
you're
if
recording this, right, Marquita?
yes, ma'am.
I go back and listen to it.
So if you, Miss Gloria, if you go to that the storyline, let's see,
Yeah.
or when you're on your card, yeah, if you hit the plus button,
Mhm.
and once you hit the plus button, you can either add another heading or you can add the text, a text card. So, any more questions?
How would you export it as a PDF?
Okay, so
It's in the upper right
uh,
hand corner.
yeah,
There's export share button.
under your share. No, no, not under the share. If you go to the three buttons beside the share,
There we go.
your three dots over here beside the share, get export, and you export as a PDF.
I found that the export, it doesn't lay out as nicely as it looks in the initial layout on the screen. So when you do that, you'll of course want to check it afterwards. It doesn't always export as nicely as it looks. It chops up some of the the images, the way they layer on the screen sometimes, like when some of the banners come over across some of the images, it doesn't do that when in the export. At least that's been my experience. They may have changed it because I usually use this once a year to do this journal, and each year they've updated it and it's slightly different. The nice thing about it is you can't break it. You just keep manipulating it until you like it, and keep adding content.
And every one that you've done will stay in your queue. Will stay on your page. That's another cool thing about it.
And if you want to use your own images instead of the ones that popped up like Marquita was showing you, if you can just drag it from your desktop to the little plus sign in your template, and it will upload it into your sway for you. So you're not limited to the images that appear when you search, but you can upload your own content. And the stuff that I showed you, those images, I got the images from the university's photographer, and we uploaded them individually. So all of that was original content.
All right. Any more questions? All right. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Serena, did you see your the newsletter I shared with the group earlier on? We have an example of one of your earlier
Oh, she said
letters
yes.
to departments. Oh, good, you saw it. Great.
She said yes.
Yeah, I saw this.
And this recording will go on the Do It web page. The What's the name of the web page, James? I don't have the exact.
Marquette, it takes me a minute to unmute. But right now, we don't have an exact page just yet. We are building that out, but we will make it a campus-wide announcement for you to help this when that page is ready to go. It should be in the next few weeks, and all of the recordings from these Tech Tuesdays will be located on that as well. And if I might chime in too, Sway is very popular now, so you could find a lot of videos about it on YouTube, and these videos as well as like 2 to 3 minute videos that'll show you specific tasks that Microsoft has created. So be sure to check that out also on YouTube on their Microsoft channel. They are loaded with a pile of videos on that as well, and so you should be able to use that as a great resource to learn even more about Sway.
All right, and Miss Gloria, if you need me, my extension is 4133. If you want to reach out to me for anything. Miss Cheryl, I see that you just chimed in. We were just about to close, but
Hey,
you
how's it
know,
going? Yeah, I
it's
apologize about that. I'm trying to homeschool and work and everything at the same time.
fun. It's okay. It's
Yeah,
it's
so
it's
I'll go back and check the recordings because I am definitely interested in just learning everything I can to stay afloat right now.
you, honey, you and me both. We
Oh,
we all
it's,
we're
it's a
all
tough
trying to
one.
be in it to win it.
Yeah, for sure.
Let
But
me
thank
let
you.
let me take down your name. Is it what's your email? Type your email for me into the chat box, and once this recording is done, I'll go ahead and send it to you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Thanks, Dr. Gay, for being so wonderful
Well,
with
thank
these. You
you.
you are the Sway guru on campus. He took it and just became the expert.
You make me laugh. You make me laugh. You taught me everything I know, James. What are you talking about? It's a fun piece of software to work with, and it's very friendly. And I encourage everyone to just experiment with it and work out ways to stack and group those cards, because by doing that, you can control how the layout quite a bit. And the way it adapts to different formats is really nice. So I've even looked at it on my phone. So it's very versatile. So I hope you enjoy using it.
Miss Petite, you're okay?
Yeah, we're looking to put together something that we can send to students regularly that doesn't require a lot of clicking or navigating and maneuvering, like a one pager. And we've been looking that way. And then Deborah, who's on the call, uses it to send a report to donors for the care center. So I think she just started using it. So we were just trying to get more information about how we might be able to move forward. So we're good.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll ask questions for sure. Gloria got your number, so we'll
Okay,
call you.
awesome, awesome, awesome. And we're in it to win it. Yeah, it's as James and Dr. Gay was saying, it's a really big, really cool tool. Where did we learn this at? Were we in Philly?
Think so. We had went to a conference on educational technology, and we didn't even have Office 365. So Do It started playing with it when we got back, because we had to leverage a tool that didn't cost money for us to create our annual reports. And so we started doing it this way, and it was like, the light came on. And right after that, uh, we got a subscription to Office 365, and it became free to everyone. And now students in the nursing and social work use it for their portfolios and a number of different ways. So it's widely used on campus.
All right. Well, I look forward to hearing from you guys and however we can help.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Marquise.
Appreciate it.
All right. And I'll be sending this to you, Miss Cheryl.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you guys. Y'all have a great afternoon.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.